Shalom, family. It's your boy King Jah'EL, man. Son and servant of the Father Almighty, Yahuah, Father of lights. Did you know that there's a plan that the enemy has concocted that will take you away from your inheritance? Did you know that you are in danger of dying the second death in the lake of fire? Yes, even you, Yah'Sharahla, those who think they're following the law, statutes, and commandments. Did you know that your leaders, pastors, are the ones that are going to lead you to your destruction? Did you know that, Yah'Sharahla? The people who are teaching you right now, the ones that you trust to call teachers, are going to be the reason why you end up in the lake of fire. I know that sounds crazy, but I have some very interesting information to point out to you in the Word. First, let's start in John 10:10, okay? Actually, I'm going to go up a little further. And let's just be honest. I'm going to start a little bit closer to 7. I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers. The sheep did not hear them. I am the door. You gotta come in through him. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, number 1, and to kill, number 2, and to destroy. I'm gonna show you how you're in danger of all 3 of those, Yah'Sharahla. Those in the church, those who call themselves Christians. I have a prophecy from the Father for all who say that they're truly following this word that we claim to love. We need to make sure we're not hypocrites. Make sure we're not being high-minded. Make sure that we're questioning everything that we hear, everything that we think we know. We need to reproof and reproof, precept upon precept. Continue checking. Continue to act like children. Be babes to the word, as if we don't know anything at all. So I'm going to show you how the enemy, the AntiChrist, the thief, has concocted a way and will succeed at stealing, killing, and destroying people of the nation of Yah'Sharahla, and even those who are in the Gentile nations. So I'm going to start at 10:10, John 10:10. Oh, these mosquitoes are out here, boy. They out here for real. And they got that West Nile on them. You know what, man? I'm willing to give my life to sit out here and teach y'all this. It is what it is, man. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. I am the Good Shepherd. The Good Shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. But he that is an hireling, barely standing in just for the moment, only here for the vanity of it, and not the shepherd whose own sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth. And the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth them. And there's verses that say, my sheep are scattered. The pastors and the leaders have led my sheep astray. But we'll get there. The hireling fleeth, because he is an hireling, and careth not for the sheep. I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and am known of mine. Those who have an ear to hear, and eyes to see. Those who are truly of the light, and don't walk in the dark. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, Gentile nations. Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice. And there shall be one fold and one shepherd. So let's get into that. Let's see how the enemy is here to steal, kill, and destroy. What does that mean? Let's jump over to Daniel real quick. Daniel 7. And I'm at Daniel 7:24. And that says, we're talking about Daniel. He was prophesying about a dream he had, seeing the beast of the fourth kingdom, a kingdom which we believe and perceive to be originated by Rome, which is still in action today, and that we're living through today. You know, America's new Babylon. It's the new version of what has been built before. You know, this is just an extension of that Roman Empire. And you see what's happening with the joining of those in the Middle East with, you know, this empire here where we're at in Babylon and the old system. It's all coming together. So 25, I'm at Daniel 7:25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. He's going to wear us down. All those who claim this word claim the Father, who claim to believe that the Son is the Son of the Most High, and that he died and rose again on the third day. Okay, and he did come in the flesh. The Father sent his Son in the flesh as the Word. These are the ones who he's going to wear out. Okay, and continuing on, and think. Okay, he's gonna let's see what that says. He intends, okay, he intends to change times and laws. He intends to do it. And let's continue further. And they shall be given unto his hand until a time and times and dividing of time. They, who are they? The saints. Earlier talked about the saints. Us, Yah'Sharahla, the nations. We shall be worn out. We shall be taken into his hand. All right. Let's find out how do we have to be looking? How could the time be changing? You know, where does that come from? What does that even mean? Let's jump over to Hosea 4 real quick. It says, actually, you know, let's go back a little further. Yet let no man strive. We're in Hosea 4. I'm starting at 4 on chapter 4. Yet let no man strive, you know, nor reprove another, for thy are as they that strive with the priest. So I'm not at strife with you all. I want you all to come to truth. I'm out here in the rain, out here in the lightning, right by a tree, sacrificing my life right now, possibly getting struck to give you this message, just so I can be in a nice, serene setting. And it's dark in my house, so here we are, man. Everything's getting wet. Forgive me for this. It says, therefore shalt thou, I'm in verse 5, Hosea 4 verse 5. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night, and I will destroy thy mother. So this is talking about us and our teachers, our prophet, and our mothers. We'll all be destroyed. Let's continue further. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. What? That's a word that we just saw. We'll be destroyed. For the enemy comes to steal, kill, and to destroy. And it says we'll be destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy Elohim. I will also forget thy children. Now, these are the people who claim, you know, I'm talking to us now, and I'm one of them. I had to figure this out myself. These are the people who claim they follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. But we see that we'll be destroyed for lack of knowledge, and we also see how the beast of the fourth kingdom is going to intend and also accomplish changing the times. Why aren't we questioning as Yah'Sharahla? Why aren't we questioning how the times might be changing? Why are we okay with how we're worshiping right now? We worship from sundown to sundown. Is that something that sounds familiar to you? We worship something called the first visible crescent. Does that sound familiar to you? As the new moon, as the first day of our month. Does that sound familiar to you? What if I told you those two teachings alone are the reason why you will be led to your destruction and lose your covenant that'll be stolen by the thief who will steal your inheritance and lead to your destruction? Therefore, satisfying the verse we just read over there in earlier in I believe it was I'll find it earlier, but the verse we just read. And we're going to go into that. We're going to go into that. Let's jump down to really quick. I'm going to jump to Isaiah real quick. Isaiah 9. Let's go to Isaiah 9, verse 13. For the people turneth not unto him that smiteth them, somebody who's correcting them, chastising them for betterment, for correction. We know the Most High tells us to judge each other on righteous judgment. This is a righteous judgment. I love y'all. I'm not doing this because I think I'm high-minded and know more than you. We are ignorant here in Babylon. We have been raised under their system, under the darkness and secrecy of the Baal in Babylon and the evils of their system, okay? Verse 13, for the people turneth not unto him that smiteth them, neither do they seek Yahuah of hosts, okay? Therefore, Yahuah will cut off from Israel, Yah'Sharahla, head and tail, okay? Branch and rush in one day. That's the destruction that cometh to us that we just read about over in Hosea. The ancient and the honorable, that's the Most High. He is the head. Or actually, you know what? He's the head. The prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail. The ancient and the honorable, he is the head. That's the Most High. The prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail. They're going to be separated, cut off from each other, okay? For the leaders of these people cause them to err. I'm at verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. There's that word again, destroyed. Because we know the thief has come not only but to steal, kill, and destroy. So, hey, we're on to something right now. And we know that he's going to intend to change times. Let's find out where he changes times at. We have something over here in 1 Enoch, chapter 80. Let's start at verse 1. Actually, let's start at verse 2. And in the days of the sinners, the years shall be shortened. I'm in the rain right now, sorry. And their seed shall be tardy on their lands and fields. We don't even know when to plant anymore. We're so busy going to Winn-Dixie, Publix, Kroger, Wayfield, Costco, BJ, Sam's Club. I'm shouting out all the enemy right now. We're so busy going to the enemy, going to Babylon, relying on something we should be doing ourselves, looking up into the sky, into the heavens, and learning how to do these things ourselves. We are causing ourselves to err. The people who are supposed to keep the time or keep the law, statutes, and commandments and know how to plant food and first fruits and keep first fruits and all these different harvests, they don't even know the feast days. They're not keeping the time correctly. Okay, verse 2 still. And all things on the earth shall alter. And we know that that's happened. And all shall not appear in their time. We know that's not, we know that's happening. Okay, we know that food's not showing up on time. Crops are dying. All kind of stuff is happening. And the rain shall be kept back, and the heaven shall withhold it. So in certain areas, in certain parts of the world, they're going through drought. They're going through complete famine right now. You know, this is a part of the vials being poured out, bowls. Come on now. Verse 3, and in those times, the fruits of the earth shall be backward. Okay, we know we have GMOs out here, all the mixing of fruits and seeds and stuff. Everything shall be, the people are backwards. We're the fruit, you know, we're also the fruit. We're backwards, coming out, you know, wanting to be a different gender and lay down with the same sex. Okay, I'm sorry, the screen is changing. I got rain dropping on it. And here we go. Oh no, it just changed to another screen. Forgive me, anybody who's watching on this screen. And in those times, the fruits of the earth shall be backward and shall not grow in their time. And the fruits of the trees shall be withheld in their time. Verse 4, and the moon shall alter her order and not appear at her time. We'll explain that in our study on 1 Enoch. And in those days, the sun shall be seen, and he shall journey in the evening on the extremity of the great chariot in the west, and shall shine more brightly than accords with the order of her light. We're going to talk about that. You know, the sun's been shining a lot hotter. It's a lot brighter. People burning up in certain parts of the country, in the world, sorry. And here we go, verse 6, where we are erring as leaders, as chiefs. It says, and many chiefs of the stars shall transgress the order prescribed, and these shall alter their orbits and task and not appear at the seasons prescribed to them. Because the people who we're depending on to determine what a day is, when we're supposed to worship the Sabbath day and our feast days and our new moons, are in error. They are the ones who are leading us to our destruction, leading us to our to losing our covenant and inheritance. The people who we call leaders. In verse 7, and the whole order of the stars shall be concealed from the sinners. That's us, because we're not paying attention to the signs. And we're going to go over the signs. That's also in Genesis 1. And the thoughts of those on the earth shall err concerning them. There's that word err again. And they shall be altered from all their ways. Yea, they shall err and take to them to be gods. They're going to think that they are the ones who control time. They're going to start time. They're not going to go with Yah's time. They're going to make their own time in Genesis 1:5. They're not going to wait for Yah's time in Genesis 1:14. I'm going to show that though. And evil shall be multiplied upon them. They're in darkness. And punishment shall come upon them, so as to destroy all. There's that word again. As to destroy all. It's time to wake up, Yah'Sharahla. I'm blowing the trumpet. This is your sign from the assembly of Jesse. It's time to wake up and come out of Babylon. And I mean all the way out of Babylon. Physically, mentally, and spiritually. I'm calling you out. I'm going to go in the house right now. I'm getting too wet. But I'm going to finish this. We're going to jump into chapter 1 of Genesis and kill these false prophets that are teaching us to err. Shalom, y'all. Woo, it's wet, bo. Camera getting wet. Everything getting wet. Hey, man, risking it all for y'all, fam. Risking it all. I could have got struck by lightning at any time. And this little area gets hit by lightning all the time. These little poles in the grass. All these poles and these trees, they get hit by lightning, man. I love y'all, though. Y'all gonna find out I love y'all. I'll give my life for y'all. Yah'Sharahla, we back at it. I'm inside now. I was getting a little wet, man. I probably should have did the whole thing in here, but I'm living kind of in affliction. I have no AC going on in here. I mean, I'm hot right now. I'm super baking over here. But let's see. So now again, I'm gonna go back to Isaiah 9. All right, I'm in Isaiah 9, verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Who are led by the leaders? All these congregations, IUIC, ISUPK, Assemblies of Yahuah, I don't know about Torah family. Torah family might have it together. I don't want to talk bear false witness. But all the camps, all the different, Christian denominations, all the Seventh-day Adventist denominations, all the different denominations. Everybody is in error because of what we're about to go over right now in Genesis 1. From Genesis 1:5 all the way to 16. They have led you astray with the times. Because we just saw that the beast has intended to change the times. And we just saw how it's because of our leaders who stopped keeping time, who stopped paying attention and left their post, left their watch. They are the ones who are to blame, who led us astray and led us to error. The same thing that was before shall be. We have the same leaders, the same Pharisee mindsets, the same Pharaoh hardened heart mindset that think they know what the answer is. And you know what I truly think it is? I think these guys are Freemason plants. I truly do. I think they're part of the Freemasons who have infiltrated inside of these different Black Hebrew Israelite camps. They're the pastors of these different congregations. And they also are just popularized on social media. You know what I'm saying? They're no different. Just the same way the Black Hebrew Israelites think that the Christians are in error is actually, they're all in error. The same way Christians think Islam is in error, you're all in error. The same way, Seventh-day Adventists think they got it right and they just watching everybody crumble, you're all in error. You know why? I'm sure because you celebrate sundown to sundown. Christians, you celebrate on Sunday. You don't even work. You don't even know what the Sabbath day is or care to know what the Sabbath day is. You don't even care about the Old Testament or the law at all. You think it was fulfilled as in throwing away the law. Like all you have to do now is love. That's it. Love each other, live righteous. The first two, the greatest commandment, and that's kind of where you stick to. The greatest, and loving thy neighbor like unto thyself, the second greatest. But you don't actually break down the different things that are a part of the law. Everybody's in error. So I'm blowing the horn. I'm a devoted watchman. And praise Yah, he's given me this insight. He's given me this word to warn you all. I'm not coming here doing this out of my own will because I just want to sound cool or sound like I know what I'm talking about. Come on, man. It's really sad, man. Therefore, Yahuah shall have no joy in their young men, because they were led to error by their leaders, and nobody checked them. Nobody came and sounded the horn. Nobody questioned their leaders. Or anytime someone tries to question their leaders force them to go through, a chain of command. And, you can't be bold with Pharisee congregations. They're going to say you're causing strife. You're causing contention. They're going to stand 10 toes down on their idea. Whatever you try to bring up, they're going to stand 10 toes down, hardened heart like Pharaoh, and they're going to push their view and make you look bad, and then, laugh at you, treat you just like they did Yahushua in his time, just like they did the apostles in their time. Read through Psalms and read how much David is talking about being ignored and being, laughed at and scolded, for him having the truth on his tongue. Liars hate the truth. They're workers of iniquity. They're workers of darkness. And we need to come out of the dark. We're children of the light. And here we are. I'm just that light trying to bring the light to you. I'm a piece of that light, trying to let that light shine onto you so you can enjoy that light and bask in its essence. And also let your light shine the same way. I have no idea why Yah'Sharahla would think for children of the light who are powered by the Son, the Most High, the Father, who created the Son, are worshiping in the nighttime, in darkness. He created the sun for us to get out of the darkness. Okay, hold on now. He created the light. The light is the sun. Okay, let's go to Genesis 1. I have to make that point because I guess it just doesn't settle. Genesis 1. Where should we start? Genesis 2, 1, 2. And the earth was without form and void. It was void of nothing. And darkness was upon the face of the deep. Void of nothing. Void of truth. Void of anything. It was darkness. And the spirit of Yahuah moved upon the face of the waters. So his spirit was there. So his spirit, as we can see, or we will learn, does not add any brightness to the scene. It doesn't change anything. It's just his spirit running through it after he created, what he created. And that was the heaven and the earth. Verse 2 still. And the spirit of Yahuah moved upon the face of the waters. Verse 3. This is where we start to get some information. And Yahuah said, let there be light. And there was light. Okay. So we have a difference already from what we started with. First, he created the heavens and the earth. All right. They were without form and void. And it was darkness upon everything. Only his spirit moved through the waters. But he said, let there be light. And there was light. And what did he say about light in verse 4? He said, light, it's good. Okay. Yahuah saw the light that it was good. And Yahuah divided the light from the darkness. Okay. So this is at this point we don't have time yet. All he did is divide the light from the darkness. All right. And once he divided the light from the darkness, let's go to the verse everybody messes up, only because we're in darkness and we can't see the light. And Yahuah called the light day. All right, so Yahuah is defining light, and he's defining also day. He's defining day light. We're supposed to be like children, Yah'Sharahla. This is an oral tradition. The Torah, imagine being around a campfire 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years ago, not having a cell phone in your hand, not having light bulbs, not having, it's nighttime. You're having to learn as a babe, as a child, what is day? What is the definition of day? Not a 24-hour day. What's the definition of day? Just day. I would assume if I was a child or an alien coming from a different planet trying to figure out what day is, and you were explaining it to me, you would explain, oh, it's the time that, the sun is coming up over the horizon, that sunrise, like that twilight, to right after or right before it goes over the horizon, sundown. So morning to even, or even to morning. And guess what we see here? It says, and the darkness he called night. So we have a definition. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Verse 5 again. And Yahuah called light day. So he's saying what day is and what light is. He's calling one and the same. And the darkness he called night. So darkness and night are one and the same. All throughout scripture, as you read darkness, you know that it's night. As you see night, you know that it's darkness. As you see light, you know that it's day. As you see day, you should know that it's light. It should be that simple, okay? But let's go further. And the evening and the morning were the first day. This is where everybody brings it out of context. This is where the black Hebrew Israelites and, everybody's learning from Baal. They're learning from Babylon. You're learning from the Hashatan. You're learning from the beast, okay? Because he intended to change the time. He was thinking of ways to change the time. And you fell for it because the word says you were going to fall for it. But it's okay. You know why? You have to admit that you were wrong. You have to be humble. You got to humble yourself. You have to be like a child. Humble yourself. Admit that you were wrong. You have to acknowledge that you have to, accept new knowledge, accept the chastisement. And then you have to admit you were wrong, repent, admit your sin, and move on. Because guess what? You got the Sabbath day rest. You have Yahushua. You have the sun. You have the light. Get out of darkness. You have the light. I'm here to confess that light to you. The light that I know so much about of the Father that I have in me. I want to show that to you. You need to have the light. You need to manifest the light. I'm going to show you many ways that we're not manifesting the light. There's going to be a lot of call outs in my channel. We're going to be, this is a calling out of the tares. We're exposing the tares before you get bundled up and burned, because we have a very short time. I think we have less than 2 years based on some calculations. We know neither the time nor the day, but we're going to show you some things once we get into verse 14 of Genesis 1, and we're going to go further. We're going to go further. All praises to the Most High Yahuah Almighty, beginning and the end, Alpha and Omega, the never ending, everlasting. All praises to him. Light, pure light. All praises to the pure light. Verse 5 in Genesis 1. And the evening and morning were the first day. So this is where everybody messes up. You're getting a definition of day, Yah'Sharahla. You're getting a definition of the time that barely little bit of light is coming up in the morning in the twilight, where everybody in scripture's praying and doing things, when everyone starts their day in the scripture. So that should be our witnesses of, we should know everything should be established by 2 or 3 witnesses. Nobody has any witnesses for their understanding of Genesis 1. All it is Genesis 1 over and over again, and the different verses inside of Genesis 1 that they twist. That's the serpent tongue twisting these verses now. They have no witnesses. That's how you know they're false. They're not even living up to the word. They're men's doctrine. It's of men's doctrine. And I think they're Freemason plants. And then there's also those who just learn from these Freemasons, and they're regurgitating the Freemason thought. And when they Google it, they get confirmed. Oh yeah, the Sabbath day starts from even to even. So that's what they go with. So it's, some people are just under their spell, under their darkness. But Yah is calling you out of their darkness. I'm calling you out of their darkness. I'm calling you to the light. I pray that you see the light in me, and you see the light in Yah, and come out of the darkness and understand that you're supposed to be worshiping from sun up while it's daytime. You're supposed to start your worship then. We're supposed to worship all the time now. We got watch hours at night as well that we can get up and pray. But we're especially supposed to worship our days in the daytime. There's only 2 days that we worship from even to even. 2 specific days. And we're going to get into all that too. Woo, but we got to first establish what day and light is and night and darkness. If we don't get past that, Yah'Sharahla, we can't get nowhere, Yah'Sharahla. If we can't get the basics, why are we trying to climb the mountain if we can't even get over the base of the parking lot, the curb from the parking lot at the base of the mountain? You trying to get to the peak? Come on now. You still can't even get out the car. Come on now, Yah'Sharahla. I know we better than this now. And the evening and the morning were the first day. The first time that Yah had what he called a day, daylight, was evening and morning. That's not going into the second day. We're not even on the second day yet. We're not on the second day. We're still on that first day where he did all this. Why are men trying to establish time? Yah already told you. They are trying to be God, thinking themselves as God. We saw that in 1 Enoch. I'm going to play it back again. We saw that in 1 Enoch. I'm going to go back in my phone. Yea, they shall err and they shall err and take them to be gods. You know why they take themselves to be God, Yah'Sharahla? Because they're trying to establish time at verse 5. You know where time was established, Yah'Sharahla? Time wasn't established until the 4th day. Down here at verse 14, Yah'Sharahla. This is Yah's time. This is when you know that there's Yah's will and that there's man's will. Doctrine of man and Yah's doctrine. That's why there's verses that warn you, if men do not preach the gospel according to this doctrine, run. It's the AntiChrist. It's the dark spirit. I pray this is coming across to somebody. I love y'all, man. I'm not putting this out there. I pray it's not coming out as confusing. Our Father is not a father of confusion. That's why I'm sitting here taking this time to explain it. I hope the video is not too long. I know everybody likes these 1-minute videos. You can't learn this stuff in 1 minute. That's why they have made sure that we get these types of short form contents that we're scrolling too fast. We don't care to tap in and get the knowledge. We don't care to be good stewards of the word. We think we're good. We're puffed up. We're presumptuous. And there's a verse that calls those people out, the presumptuous ones. In Psalms, it says, I pray that you keep me from presumptuous sins, high-mindedness, puffed up, hardened hearts. And these are the ones that are going to lead you to your destruction if you're not already one of those. Those are the people who heard you're not supposed to worship from sundown to sundown and instantly got mad. Instantly said, oh, he don't know what he's talking about. Instantly turned, went to the next video. Already felt they knew what was right. Because you know why? Because they read verse 5 and they say, oh, from even to morning, that was the first day. And they're thinking 24-hour day. They're completely canceling out night. They didn't even though Yah he just told you there's something called darkness and night, and you don't see darkness and night in the evening and morning. You just see darkness and night. And you know what we do? We ignorantly associate night to evening. What an error, Yah'Sharahla. What an error. Lack of knowledge is why we are being led to our destruction. Illiteracy, Yah'Sharahla. But hey, we're in Babylon. We're learning at Babylonian schools. You know, look at our attendance. Look at our grades. Look at what we were all messing up in English class, all messing up in literature class. Praise Yah, I wasn't one of them. I was hooked on Phonics back in the 80s. All praises to the Most High for giving me my auntie, who was a teacher, and every time my mom sent me to stay with her in the summertime, she had me hooked on Phonics. So I know how to properly divide the word. All praises to the Most High. And I'm sure there's others out there. You know who I actually got this information from? I noticed it didn't seem right because everything in Yah's creation starts in the morning. Yet, it just didn't seem right when I came into the truth 2 years ago. But I've just been monitoring, watching from the background. Anytime I would bring it up to anybody who I thought we were supposed to reason with as brothers and listen to, we're supposed to let any man prophesy and reason with that brother, it was always shut down. Oh, it's even to even. You see it right here in Leviticus 23:32. You know what? We need to go there. Leviticus 23:32. Yah'Sharahla. We are in such error. They use this verse incorrectly to say that every Sabbath day should be celebrated from even to even. Bruh. What an error, Yah'Sharahla. Do you know there's only 2 feast days that are supposed to be celebrated from even to even, Yah'Sharahla? That's Passover and Atonement. Those are the only 2. Now, what I want you to do, Yah'Sharahla, I want you to go through the feast days. I want you to go through these chapters in Leviticus and Deuteronomy where you find the feast days and it talks about the Sabbath day. And look at the detail as you go through I hope you got a physical Bible and not just the digital Bible. But as you go through, look at the detail of how the Most High, because he's not a father of confusion. So he's being very detailed on the first day at this time, at this exact moment. This is what you're supposed to do. Go through there and see for the different feast days why he only mentions even to even for Feast of Unleavened Bread or Passover and Atonement. Why are they only mentioned there twice and nowhere else in the scripture? Do as much research about this as you need. I want you to come to your own, come to your own conclusion. You staying in darkness is all upon you. We're all supposed to work out our own salvation in fear and trembling. So if you don't fear and tremble, if you think you got it right, you're not hearkening to Yah's voice right now talking to you, and you think you got it, you think you the one, you high-minded, you a Pharaoh, you a Pharisee, hey, we'll see where you end up. We'll find out together. Hey, we gonna all end up in the front of the mountain to find out ourselves. We gonna find out. We gonna find out who's getting thrown in the lake. I just don't want to see you get there. I don't want to see you go there. I love you. I truly care. I want you to just listen, man. Just listen. Come on, man. Come on, bro. I'm being real with y'all, bro. Leviticus 23:32. I mean, we already know, man. I just told you what it is. This is the only 1 and 2 feast days that are celebrated from even to even. Why are they making every other feast day even to even? Ask yourself that. Yah is not a father of confusion. He should be saying even to even, or you should be finding some information about, hey, you should be doing this at sundown somewhere, about all those other feast days, about all those other days in the word. You should be seeing at even, from sundown. You should be seeing it somewhere. Yah'Sharahla, you don't see it nowhere but these 2 places, Yah'Sharahla, because we have false teachers working with the enemy, as I believe a lot of them are Freemasons or trained by Freemasons, to keep us in darkness because they're in league with Hashatan. They're in league with the 4th kingdom beast. The word says we're going to get fooled by this. So you have to, just by that alone, you have to take it into consideration. The word says we're going to get fooled by the times. So you have to hearken to my word. Hello, hearken to not even my word. This is the word of the Father coming through the Son. I'm just the Son coming out to you. I'm reading from the Son as a son coming out to you. Hello, come on now. All right, hey man, that's that. Let's jump back to Genesis 1 and jump to 14. Let's see when Yah establishes time. At verse 14. And Yahuah said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. So he's using lights to also do what he did. He divided light from day earlier, but now he's using lights to keep track of this. No longer is Yah just saying, okay, it's this right here. He's going to say, okay, here's a way to really for everybody to track it. I'm going to make these lights in the firmament of heaven, okay, to divide day from the night. And he says, and let them be for signs. That's one thing. They're for signs. Let's see what signs means. Signs mean signal. a distinguishing mark, a banner, remembrance, miraculous sign, an omen, a warning, a token, an ensign. You're getting an ensign right now from Assembly of Jesse. A standard, a miracle, a proof. That's what you're getting right now. Oh, sorry. That's what a sign is. Signs are very important. And for seasons, that's the next thing they're for. So we got signs, we got seasons. We have for days, and we have for years. So all these lights that Yah just said he created and put in the firmament, there's 4 things that they're used for: signs, seasons, days, and years. Okay? So what are these lights that he put in the firmament? He tells us he put lights. What lights? We're children. We should be babes. What lights? Let's not act like we know what the lights are. We can skip verse 15 and go to 16. And Yahuah made 2 great lights. So he's defining at least 2 of the greater lights here. There are 2 great lights. The greater lights will rule the day. So that way, if we're looking up and we're trying to distinguish what these lights are that he used to divide these 4 things: signs, seasons, and days and years, from day and night. Let's see what these lights are. He has a great light that rules the day. Okay, so this is something that we should see that's great during the day. Then he says, and the lesser light to rule the night. Okay, so there's a lesser light that's not as great as the great light that rules the day, but this one will be a lesser light and it should rule the night. Okay, these are some pretty simple words. And earlier he said they're 2 great lights. They're great. Okay? Does that sound like a first visible crescent as a new moon? This is the first time he created a new moon right here. This is the first time he created it. Wouldn't you say that's a new moon? It just said in verse 14, and Yah said, let there be lights in the firmament. There were no sun, moon, and stars. Oh, we didn't even figure out what they all were. But we didn't see these 2 great lights yet. But when he made them, they were new, would you say? Yeah. If we're talking to little children, wouldn't you say those are full, bright, if they're ruling the night and the day? Those are bright lights, right? Great lights. Okay, I wouldn't say that they're a barely visible, first visible crescent as the brand new light. Come on, Yah'Sharahla. Come on now. Here's your sign, Yah'Sharahla. Here's your sign. Woo. I need to play all the little meme music. Bah! You know, bah! That's what he said. Come on, Yah'Sharahla. And I'm at verse 16 again. And Yahuah made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, the lesser light to rule the night. We have the 2 great lights. What's the third light? He made the stars also. 3 lights, 3 witnesses right there, right? We know that nothing should be established in the kingdom without 2 or 3 witnesses, Yah'Sharahla. If we got 3 witnesses, Yah'Sharahla, we don't use 2. If we have 1 witness, or if we have 2 witnesses, we don't use 1. If we have 1, we use none of the witnesses, Yah'Sharahla. Let's go over that again. If we have 3 witnesses, Yah'Sharahla, we don't use 2. If we have 2 witnesses, Yah'Sharahla, we don't use 1. If we have 1 witness, Yah'Sharahla, guess what? We don't use you at all. Guess what Babylon did? The people who changed time the first time, the first beast, because we know that in Daniel's prophecy, the 4th beast is like that unto the first. And we know the first is Babylon. Nimrods and all the Baals and all, come on now, we know all these different things that we don't even like to say their names. We shouldn't even say their names, the word says. Because we should put all esteem to the Most High Yah, except for these nothings, these nothing lower. I don't even know why we call them Elohim. I don't even know why we call them that. They just demons, bro. Demons. They're wannabes. Wannabes the Most High. Wannabes the Most High. Come on now. Shout out Snoop Dogg. Warren G. Man, I just said the wrong rapper. That's Nate Dogg. Woo! I'm getting old, Yah'Sharahla. I'm getting old. Memory fading. 80s, baby, for real, baby. Judah, salute. All right. He made and the lesser light to rule the night, and he made the stars. We have 3 witnesses, Yah'Sharahla. We should use these 3 witnesses all the time when determining the day, the night, the seasons, the feast days, everything. In Babylon, what they did was they wanted to use either the moon only. Okay, what they did is they had sundials. They had obelisk. Go Google these things, what a sundial is. Go Google what an obelisk is. You know those obelisks that they had in Egypt? The ones that they use in Washington now, the big obelisk in the middle of Washington, D.C., what they call, I don't even know what it's called, man. They think it, people refer to it as a phallus. The big one in the middle of the water, of the Capitol. That's an obelisk. They would as the sun would rise, they would watch the shadow and try to determine what time it is. They were using one witness. Then other Babylonians, they liked the sun, and they would call these the sun and the moon and we're gonna get to the first visible crescent. They worshiped that crescent moon too. They had names for these things. They didn't worship the Most High. They called these things like Ra, Shamash, Tiamat, and all these different names. Tammuz. Look up all these names. Look at Babylon. You have to know the enemy to defeat the enemy. You got to know him. If you don't know your enemy, you don't even know what to look for. Come on, Yah'Sharahla. I'm just trying to be the light. I pray that y'all see the light and wake up to the darkness. Take the shades off, man. Stop being cool, man. Take the shades off in the crib, in Yah's assembly, in the congregation, man. Take your shades off when you walk into the tabernacle, into the synagogue. Get into this word, man, with the sunglasses on, man. See the sun, man. Let the light shine, man. Let your light shine too. You should be reflecting that light right back. Come on, who reflects light naturally? I don't even want to say it. Shalom. All right. So we have 3 witnesses that we're supposed to use to determine the days, months, seasons, feast days, and signs. That's another very important thing. And we're going to go over that, Yah'Sharahla. Hopefully this teaching is already opened up enough for you. I don't know what else you need. Verse 18 of Genesis 1. And to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And Yahuah saw that it was good. Okay, so and then he says that happened on the 4th day. So all that he just did happened on the 4th day, just like the things that happened before. All that happened on the 3rd day. This happened in the daytime. He did this in the daytime. But y'all won't get that unless you know what the definition of day is. And you know that he's referring to daylight. And he's not saying from evening to morning. Come on now, think about that. From evening, right? From, let's say, 9 p.m. to 9 a.m., that's a whole day? It don't make sense. If you hold that definition for day all throughout Scripture, that means every day that you see that, every time you see that, you'll be way off. And that's why y'all are off. There's a reason why, y'all celebrate Passover a month separated from each other. Y'all are celebrating Abib, months separated from each other, and y'all don't know how to spot Abib because y'all don't even know what the signs are. And we're gonna call out all y'all false prophets. We're gonna keep calling y'all out. Did we go over 2 Peter 2 yet? Ooh, we about to talk about y'all, boy. About to talk about y'all false prophets, bro. 2 Peter. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, Yah'Sharahla. He's saying, but there were false prophets in the past, and just like now. So what has been will be again, right? There are false prophets, even as there shall be false teachers among you. I'm in 2 Peter 2, who privily, let's click on who privily, secretly shall bring in damnable heresies. What is that? Swift destruction. What is that? Destructive heresies. Here's that word again, destruction. We went over that earlier, right? The enemy is here to steal, kill, and destroy. My people are brought to error and destroyed. For lack of knowledge, they're destroyed. Come on now, these words are key words. This precept upon precept, reproof upon reproof. Come on, y'all should love the word like I love the word. It's a light, it's a lamp. I hope you're keeping your oil filled. I hope that I have enough oil extra over to pour in y'all. Come on, there might only be 3 of y'all that get enough oil. 3 of y'all aren't going to have enough oil because y'all are going to be high-minded. Y'all are going to be outside somewhere searching for oil when the bridegroom comes. You're not going to even know what the sign of the bridegroom is. Watch out, Yah'Sharahla. Get out of darkness, come to the light. You need to find out what the signs are. We're going to go over that, though. We're going to have that in another video. Follow. Send this to your friends. Send this to others in Yah'Sharahla. Send it, because as watchmen, we're supposed to warn. Hey, do we need to go over the rules of a watchman? I feel like I have to put all these warnings out because I just know that we're going to be so stiff-necked, because y'all already told us that we're stiff-necked. And just like the apostles, and just like when Yahushua came in the past and was trying to warn people and they ignored him, the same thing is going to happen again. The same thing's going to happen again. I know this video is getting long. 34 minutes, man. Ain't nobody going to pay attention to this video, man. Especially now that I got to sync it with the old video. Yah'Sharahla, I'm praying for y'all, man. I'm praying for y'all. Sometimes I cry for y'all because I love y'all so much. I love y'all because I love myself. You know, we're supposed to do unto our neighbors as we would do unto ourselves. You know? Do as unto others as you would want them to do unto you. So I love you because I want you to love me. It's that simple, Yah'Sharahla. I would give my life for you because I would hope that you would give your life for me. And I understand Yahushua. I understand how he had to just prove it. He had to give his life. He had to curse himself. Because y'all are so stiff-necked that y'all don't see it until somebody goes and basically commits suicide for you, puts themselves into severe affliction for you. Are you not seeing your brothers and sisters being afflicted every day? Do you not see your children being killed and slaughtered in the streets? Do you not see your brothers and even now your sisters being jailed like animals? Acting like thugs, being turned into demons, being hypnotized by the enemy's music. We know that the ruler of this world, which we know is not the Most High, the ruler of this earthly realm, he's the ruler of the airwaves. Where do we get the music from? Where do we get the internet from? Where do we get the television from? They were coming through the airwaves, zapped up from Hollywood, from their satellites up to their satellite, from their dish up to their satellite, beaming it down to the satellites in your city that then transmit it out over radio towers. I used to work for Google and I used to install that type of stuff. I know all about it. 3G, 4G, 5G, 6G coming. Once they put that 6G online, that's, you already, come on, add 2 more of them numbers to the number. You got the number of his name. And once you're locked into that system, we already have his mark in your hand. When you're holding money and using his money, you're already in the system, paying your taxes. You using that number. You're already attaching that number to your hand, to your whole soul. And I'm calling people out of Babylon. Flee Babylon. It's time to go back to the land. I'm putting up the sign. This is Assembly of Jesse. Putting up the sign. This is a warning, a watch. Calling out to the watchmen. I'm blowing the horn, blowing the trumpet, blowing the shofar. This is a warning. I'm putting up the sign. I pray y'all see it. I pray y'all aren't in darkness with your shades on, sunglasses on, being too cool for school, man. Hey, man, too cool for school, man. Y'all too player for me, man. I'm trying to find children, man. Y'all is trying to find children. Y'all too gangster. Y'all too grown. But unless you come like little children, none of you will inherit the kingdom. Come on now. So, Now that you know that those people who are celebrating from sundown to sundown, or you should know that they're in darkness, hopefully you know that they're in darkness, let's find some more verses that prove that. Let's find some more. Oh no, we're not going to baptize nobody right now, unless we're baptizing them through the word, baptizing them through the fire. Yes, all praises to the Most High. So why is there darkness? Lack of knowledge, right? Leaders have caused the earth. We already know. High-minded ones. Keep back this is in Psalms 19:13. Keep back thy servant also from the presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright, innocent from the great transgression. These are those who are, allowing the word to come in. As we know, the purpose of the enemy. Let's just read this through. Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers. Your pastors, your leaders, spiritual beings on a higher plane, in a spiritual level, they're all thieves and robbers. Presumptuous ones, thieves and robbers. Okay? Hardened hearts, thieves and robbers. Those in darkness, thieves and robbers. Those thugs outside, being gangbanging, thieves and robbers. Am I lying? Because I speak the truth to you, am I your enemy, Yah'Sharahla? No, Yah'Sharahla, I love you. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. Praise Yah for the sheep. I love the sheep. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. The thief cometh not, but for to steal. We know this is going to happen. And kill. We already pointed it out. And to destroy. We definitely pointed out that destruction. Because if we're not knowing the days, signs, season, years, and feast days, seasons, come on now. We're going to be destroyed. We're going to be killed. He's going to steal our covenant. He's going to steal our salvation, our inheritance. The word is a living word. It's real. Come on now. If anything I'm saying don't make sense, I guess post it in the comments, man. Y'all, we'll look in the comments and see, just like y'all think it's even to even, worship is the same way that, Christians think that the law is fulfilled and done away with. And we don't have to follow the law no more. Everybody's blind, man. Everybody's in darkness. So we just have to find out how we may be blind, how we may be puffed up, how we may be wrong. Be like little children again. That way we can inherit the kingdom. Stop puffing yourself up. If you know you only got a little bit of time left, if you even knew what the signs were, you would know you only have a short time left. You're sitting around here watching video after video trying to figure out when it is. Yah'Sharahla, I'm telling you, it's probably less than 2 years left. I'm not going to say that's coming from the Father. But as I dive into this word, we might be able to say it's coming from the Father. Though no man know the day nor hour. We can point out a time frame. And if you knew it's less than 2 years, wouldn't you want to, if you knew that you could lose your salvation and be tricked by this thing that we see in Daniel 7, that we read in Daniel 7:25, as you saw that the saints are going to be weighed down with, and he's going to get us, and our leaders are going to cause us to err. You see it all over the place. You know it's going to happen. Why wouldn't you just, and we should be fearing and trembling to the Most High. If you truly love him, why wouldn't you just dissolve yourself, knock yourself off that high horse, put yourself down low for a little while, and just verify, reproof, and go reproof and check yourself. Check yourself. Check and see if there's a mote in your own eye before you look at the twig, the stick in somebody else's eye. The same way I'm warning you, I had to warn myself. Am I doing this right? Because I'm worshiping sundown to sundown. 2 years ago when I came into truth with ProphecyMinistries, that dude's a super false teacher. I'm learning all the wrong teachings. And I'm like, man, but I didn't know it. And everything's feeling right. I'm talking, meeting people. It's feeling like family. everybody's, confirming what he's saying, I'm in the darkness with everybody else, thinking that, it must be right. Everybody else believes it. It must be real. Thinking that this leader must be the one to lead us. No, no, Yah'Sharahla. No, that leader is not the one to lead you. We all have leaders like how I had at Prophecy Ministries with a guy who calls himself a prophet X, and he teaches sundown to sundown. This is a false prophet. If there's any false prophet I've seen, I've been looking for the false prophet. I'm thinking I found the AntiChrist. I'm thinking we found the lawless one, which is the AntiChrist. But we think we even found who may be the fallen angel. Okay. But now, we have all these false prophets. It says one, but I think there's many. And I think there's a verse that even says there's many. Obviously, we just read 2 Peter 2. But I didn't know. I was going through that time with Prophecy Ministries and still going through all these weird situations in darkness. And I'm like, man, I'm following all these other commandments. What am I doing wrong? I'm barely go outside. I don't even work, Yah'Sharahla. And I'm still going through tribulation. Maybe I'm worshiping incorrectly. Maybe I'm not truly in covenant with the Most High. Maybe he's not hearing me because I'm doing something wrong, because we know that Yah doesn't hear sinners. How are we in sin? Do you ask how you may be in sin, or do you just think you're good because you think you're following the law, statutes, and commandments how you're supposed to? Black Hebrew Israelites. Or for Christians, do you think that the law is done away with, therefore you don't have to follow the law? Forget all those verses that say, if you love me, follow my law, statutes, and commandments. Forget all those verses. We're going to go with what our pastors told us. They told us all we have to do is believe and have faith, and that's it. One verse. All these other verses, you ain't even got to throw away the whole Bible. This is the only verse you need. God Logic, Sam Shimon, 28:19, Creflo, which is right around the corner from me. I should throw this video through your window. Come on now. I should actually, while I'm thinking about that. Still over there in Fayetteville / Peachtree City, boy. We know where you at, boy. Real A-town, boy. All right, so the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come so that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for his sheep. But he that is an hireling, these pastors, these prophets, these teachers that we have all over Facebook who teach these sundown to sundown, and first visible crescent moon is the new moon. Man, just imagine how much you getting wrong, Yah'Sharahla. Feast days all off. These hirelings, who we learned in 2 Peter 2 are using you for money, for merchandise. They're turning you into merchandise. I bet you all these false teachers and prophets are monetizing their Facebook channel, monetizing their YouTube, monetizing their congregation, selling you shirts, selling you little things with the Most High's name on it. They're just making it into a business. If I'm lying to you, fry me, man. Throw me in the lake if I'm lying, man. But he that is an hireling and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them and scattereth the sheep. Man, this scattering of the sheep. You see it again in Jeremiah 50 when we're going through our second Exodus, and we're supposed to be fleeing to the wilderness. But because you all didn't even hearken to the word of Yah to know the signs, season days and feast days and so on and so forth, you don't even know the sign to know when to flee. You think it's just the abomination of desolation. You don't know the signs at all. You have no clue what's going on right now. But I'm trying to be the light, to wake you up, Yah'Sharahla. And I hope there's others who teach this great light. I hope they teach it the right way. Jeremiah 50 says what happens to those scattered sheep who don't get out of Babylon. And I mean, you gotta physically get out of Babylon, mentally and spiritually. We're talking about the spiritual right now, but you have to also physically get out. And mental. You're having a mental block. You got mental blocks, spiritual blocks. Here's your spiritual block with your leaders and your pastors. You got your mental blocks with you're comfortable at home. You're comfortable with the Chick-fil-A. You can pull out, man. Oh, I don't want to go to no new country like Abraham had to. I don't want to leave the city like Lot had to. I don't want to pack up in the ship like Noah had to. But just like in the days of Noah, y'all will be eating, sleeping, marrying, partying, having babies, drinking, because you don't want to get out of Babylon. You're comfortable. You have your physical leave. You have your spiritual leave. Okay? And you have your mental leave. Mentally, you have to let this all go, man. Physically, you have to let it go. You have to let go of the money. Every time you use that money, man, you see what's on the back of the bunny, on the dollar? That money stands for what it stands for. Every time, all these assets that you acquired under Baal system. If you have his name attached to you, Yah'Sharahla, this is a prophecy I feel is coming from the Most High. I'm hearing it in me. I'm feeling it in my spirit. I don't know where else it's coming from. It ain't written in the word. It might be written. I'm gonna find it in the word. It is in the word as far as I'm concerned. You're attached to the system. You're paying taxes. Your tax money goes to the system that's over there killing all the Palestinians, killing all these people in Sudan, putting our people in enslavement in Libya. Yah'Sharahla, this is your sign from the assembly of Jesse. You should be getting rid of all your things, selling all your things, and following after me, following after Yahushua in the word, and going and giving to the poor, talking to the poor and needy, freeing the people who are at the lowest, the people who forgot about Yah, the people who are in despair. If you are truly of Yah'Sharahla, if you know what that even stands for, if you are truly of the kingdom, if you're truly of the church, Christians, if you're truly of the Most High, if you truly love God, if you truly love Jesus, if you truly love Yeshua, Yahusha, the name you want to call on, the one that we read in this word, that we know to be love and light and righteousness. If you are really of that camp and not a hypocrite and not a wolf in sheep's clothing and not a false teacher, not a false prophet, if you're not, you should be following the words of Yahushua. You should be selling all your things and following after him. I was quoting the word when he said, follow me. Follow him. I'm following him, so follow me. We should be following him. I'm following him. You can follow me too if you want to. But follow him. Don't follow me. Follow him. I'm following him, so you could follow me, but follow him. If you're following him, we should end up at the same place. Real talk. All praise to the Most High. That's real talk. All right. The hireling fleeth because he is an hireling. He's fake. He's just here for the money, man. He's here for bail. He's here for the increase. He's not here for the love. He don't have the heart for you. I have the heart for you. I ain't getting paid to be talking to you right now, man. I ain't. And if I do monetize this video, I'm going to make sure it's to rebuild the kingdom all on the Most High. Everything that I have, and I'm doing the same. If you look at my testimony, you're going to find that I decided to sell all of my things, and I'm going over to chase where the kingdom's supposed to be, because I feel like I found where the kingdom is. This is your sign from the assembly of Jesse. I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and am known of mine. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And other sheep I have, Gentile nations. I don't care what color you look like. I don't care about none of that. Yahushua wouldn't care about none of that. The Father don't care about none of that. We ain't involving IUICs and ISUPKs in this situation, man. You want to be hardened of the heart. You want to be pharaohs. You want to act like, boast the promise. You want to boast, our heritage. Find out what happens, brother. But I'm putting out a warning. I'm blowing the trumpet to check your heart posture. I'm blowing the trumpet to self-examine. Yah doesn't care what you call him. He doesn't care if you know him as God or Jesus. His son is Jesus. He doesn't care if you use Yahushua, Yahusha, Yehovah, Yad Hod Vade. Yah is checking for your heart, looking for righteousness. Yeah, if you're making false idols and your heart's not in the right place, yes, you're going to be checked for that. I'm not saying bring his name to naught. We have to be asking for the right name, and we know that on the Yahushua's return, he's going to set everything fresh. We'll all know the right name. When he appears in the sky, every knee shall bow. Every person will know his name. Jeremiah 31 to 34 or so. Everyone will know. No one will have to teach. I won't have to make these videos no more. That false teacher is no more going to have to be a false teacher. We're not going to have to sit here and debate in the comments like I know people are going to debate in the comments. Everybody's going to know the word. I'm just quoting off the top of my head, people. I'm sitting here looking at the filming on the thing and on the phone at the same time. I'm moving it right now on the phone. Nobody's going to have to teach. Everybody will know his name from the least to the greatest. Small and the large. Everybody's going to know his name. So you're sitting here getting into contention and strife, pushing people away from the truth of the word just so you can boast your knowledge, boast and puff up yourself and put yourself on a high mountain like a cedar. The word says Yah is going to cut you down, bro. Cut you down. Yeah, gangster. You a gangster? Watch how gangsters get cut down. Big G, you think you the big G. Hey, you profess yourself as gods. Watch what happens. There's only one Elohim. You want to argue back and forth between Christians and Hebrew Israelites and Islams about there's three gods and this and that. You think you a god. All that, all those 5%ers and Muslims and all those types of people. You think you a god? We gonna find out. We're going to find out who's the only Most High Yahuah, who's the only Elohim, the Elohim of Yah'Sharahla, the real Yah'Sharahla, a people, his people, not a place. His congregation is a people, people of the light, people of the sun. You can bask in that light if you so choose to adopt and manifest that light and pull in that light. If, however, you choose to be dark and soak in darkness and be hard-hearted and be a gangster and be, I know the word, I was taught this from the day one from my pastor. We went to theological school and this seminary that's well taught and we know all the scrolls and we were taught by Roman Catholic priests. Oh, my rabbi. Okay. You got it, man. You're not fearing and trembling at all. You got it. Salute. You ain't a child. You got it. You know, hey, children, they inherit the kingdom, but forget it. You're an adult, man. You got it. You got all of it. Forget all them verses, man. Too gangster over here, man. Too cool, man. Where my shades at, man? Too cool for school, man. Y'all too player for me, man. Hey, man. Therefore, I'm going to go at verse 16. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold. Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd. Therefore doth my Father love me, because I lay down my life, that I might take it again. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Son, Yahushua, for doing this the first time, and the Father even sending a piece of himself to do this. It's really all praises to the Most High for doing this. He did all this because he saw our backwardness, and he still decided to take his time to do all this. He could have just wiped us out and restarted, but he gave us a chance to be like babes again, and to hearken, and to be in fear and trembling, and to love him in fear, and to make sure we get his word right. He gave us a chance. So, like Yahushua, I'm going to try to mimic him. Okay, so when you hear me say some of these words, it may sound like I'm suggesting I'm him. I am wanting to manifest him as you should be wanting to manifest him. There's a verse somewhere in Romans. I don't know if it's Romans 9, 10 through 11. I don't know. But we should be manifesting the Hamashiach in ourselves. We should be trying to create the light in ourselves right now. For we are children of the light. Let's go through that, man. Let's go through that real quick. Because a lot of people don't even know who or what is light. Man, we got so much teaching to do. Man, I got so much for y'all. We are the light. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if ye, Matthew 5, 13 through 18, sorry. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost his savior, being in error, being stiff-necked, the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? Matthew 5, 13 through 18. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. Ye are the light of the world, not dark. You're not supposed to be worshiping at dark, sundown to sundown. You're supposed to be in light, not in darkness, in light. You're supposed to have your lamp ready for the darkness. So you're supposed to be prepared to have the light in you for when you're in the darkness. But you're not supposed to start in the darkness. You're children of the light. Come back to the light, my children. Ye are of the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. And we're supposed to let our light shine so bright that we're supposed to be the sign assembly of Jesse. We're all supposed to be the assembly of Jesse. But here I am, the assembly of Jesse as the sign. Since y'all don't want to let your light shine, I'll let the light shine. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. All praises. I'm trying to give it to all that's in the house. Are you in the house with me? Let me get a love, a share, a comment, or something. Show love, man. I'm trying to, if I do monetize this, I'm going to put this into trying to build the kingdom back, man, where I think I found it. A lot of y'all already know where it is. A lot of y'all are in darkness thinking that we're already here. Thinking that we weren't scattered at all. Thinking that Yah doesn't have to bring us back from all four corners of the earth. Thinking that we were caught in our own captivity in our own land. And we're serving in our own land as the captives. Come on, man. Yah'Sharahla, we got so much studying to do. For we lack knowledge. For we ignored the knowledge. That's why we're destroyed. Verse 16, let your light so shine before men, Yah'Sharahla, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father, which is our Father if we're both workers of light, which is in heaven. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Come on, man. He's fulfilling the law. And the last part of the law that a lot of people don't understand is being fulfilled, because a lot of people put that towards, the law of sin and death. But one of the last things that's talked about in the law, he's actually talking about the Torah. The Torah talks about how Yah is going to bring his children back. Yahushua is fulfilling the law. He is manifesting himself in those who choose to accept what the truth of the light is, of the word, the truth of his word, Yah's word, which is light, which is Yahushua. Yahushua is light. Let's go find that. First, we know that Yahuah is light. It says in 1 John 1, 3 through 10, it says, that which have seen and heard declare we unto you, that ye also may have fellowship with us. And truly our fellowship is with the Father and with his Son, Yahushua HaMashiach. or Jesus Christ, if that's what you go with. I don't want to make you feel bad or alienate you for using that name. Everyone comes to truth in their own timing. Verse 4, and these things write we unto you, that your joy may be full. We want you to be full of joy. This then is the message which we have heard of him, and declare unto you, that Yahuah, the Most High, is light, and in him is no darkness at all. Why would we start celebrating from sundown to sundown? No clue. There's only 2 feast days that we are to keep watch and celebrate from even to even. The days on those days still start at sunup, at twilight. The day still starts on that day, but we're supposed to celebrate them from even to even into the next day. Yah'Sharahla, Yah'Sharahla. You're missing a whole 12 hours on your watch days. On your Sabbaths, you're missing a whole 12 hours. If you're ending your Sabbath at 9 or 8 p.m. on a Saturday, the whole watch from Saturday night over into Sunday morning you're missing. And you're going to miss the signs. You're going to miss every sign. But that's what this is all about. That's why we're here teaching this. There's no darkness in him at all. You sundown to sundown worshipers. Come to the light. Come back to the light. Verse 6, if we say that we have fellowship with him and walk in darkness, Yah'Sharahla, we lie and do not the truth. That's a weird way to write it. Do not the truth, huh? I'm sure that's supposed to say do not know the truth, or do not practice the truth if we click on that verse. Verse 7, but if we walk in the light, as I'm trying to do, praise Yah for helping me. I pray for that guidance every day and for correctness on that every day. As he is in the light, as we're supposed to walk, but if we walk in the light, as he is in the light, we're supposed to do this right here. We have fellowship one with another. This is why all the camps are separated. This is why there's no unity in the camps. You're in darkness. None of you are walking in light. That's why you're not unified. Fa! Hey, where all the little meme sounds at, man? Where all the little, come on, man. Verse 6 again, man. If we say that we have fellowship with him and walk in darkness, if you're in sundown to sundown worship, you're in darkness. We lie and do not practice the truth. If you click on that again, I ain't gonna find it. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another. And the blood of Yahushua Hamashiach, his son, cleanses us from all sin. You know why we're supposed to walk in the light? Do you know what the Sabbath day is? Do you know what walking in the light actually means and why he's our Sabbath day rest? He's our Sabbath day rest, and he's our lamp in the darkness. So he's our lamp in the night. You know, you see the moon moving through the night. You know, that's our lamp, right? It's our lamp in the night. I know a lot of y'all aren't putting it together, but those who have an ear to hear and eyes to see can definitely see and hear right now. He's our lamp in the night, okay? But we're worshiping from sundown to sundown, and we're not worshiping the Most High at that point. We're worshiping the moon at that point, sundown to sundown. So the Most High, who is of the light and tells us to be in the light, who is from even to even in the daylight that we just saw as daylight from Genesis 1 verses 5, the definition of daylight, which is separated from darkness and night. If we're not walking in that and not observing him in that and worshiping him during that time, what are we doing, Yah'Sharahla? We're worshiping in darkness. We're making our own light in the night. We're making the moon our light that we worship instead of the lamp that we use to guide ourselves through the darkness. So we're manifesting our own God, and we're dismantling the Most High. It's crazy what's going on, man. And this is all because the enemy has thought to change the time. It's intended and thought tremendously on how to change the time. And I bet you all worship from sundown to sundown or on Sunday. And I don't even want to say that I'm correct, because I feel like I'm in error on the Sabbath day. I haven't got the calendar all the way correct, because I feel like those who have the calendar correct are worshiping Sabbath day on Wednesday. But we're going to go through Enoch. We're going to connect with some people who I feel who have it correct. They go outside and watch it in the sky every night. They call themselves Bereans. All right. Yahuah, Children of Yahuah, Father of Lights is the Facebook group. All shout out to them. Even though they blocked me from asking one simple question I was trying to ask about the Sabbath on Leviticus 23:32, because I was confused that why would it say even to even, and they blocked me from the page. The first time I asked the question, they declined the question, and then they blocked me. I was like, bro, I was about to get so mad, man. But we're not supposed to be quick to anger. So I reached out to them on another page. I was like, man, why would y'all block me, man? Reached out to them on YouTube. Like, man, I've been following y'all for a minute, man. Why would y'all block me, man? I'm talking to the Gentiles in this group. I don't even want to say what they're Gentiles in my opinion. So, but these Gentiles are worshiping the scripture better than those who call themselves Israelites. Therefore, manifesting Rev 2939 in those who claim they're Israelites. Therefore, bringing the truth of the word of those who call themselves are hypocrites. Man, if you go through and look at what a hypocrite is and look at all the verses and see that it's actually talking about y'all who are worshiping sundown to sundown, worshiping these the Babylonian system of the dark moon, first visible crescent. Man, it's gonna sting. I know it's gonna sting, but that's that fire that burns, that purifies us, and purifies us in the melter, skelter, whatever Yah calls it in here, and refines us into what we're supposed to be, purified. Chastisement, that's the Father's chastisement. And I pray it burns, man. It's better to burn now while you're in the world and in the walk of the way than when it's time to go to judgment day. Come on now, you want to be finding out all this information while we sitting outside of Zion when it's too late? And honestly, we might not be too late, Yah'Sharahla, when it comes to that. And that might be what the IUIC is always talking about. I feel like we may get a second chance to repent before the first death. I think the Gentiles, they don't get a chance at repenting on the second death. I feel like we get a chance to repent again in the Valley of Decision. But Valley of Jehoshaphat, that's a whole nother topic of talking about coming out of the or fleeing into the wilderness, fleeing out of Babylon. They all coincide, Yah'Sharahla. This is the sign, Yah'Sharahla, from the Assembly of Jesse. I'm putting the sign up. I pray Yah has allowed you to see the light. But if we walk in the light, verse 7 of 1 John, if we walk in the light, as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach, his son, cleanseth us from all sin. But if we have fellowship with him and walk in darkness, sundown to sundown, first visible crescent, dark mooners, we lie and do not practice the truth. Shalom, peace. Shalom, shalom. I love y'all. I don't care if you're in Israel. I love y'all. I don't care if you're in Babylon. I love y'all. Africa, I exceptionally love y'all. All the lost tribes throughout all the islands, I love y'all. I'd give my life for all of y'all. We gonna put it to the test soon. We gonna have to go over and start freeing some of our people, man. Anybody who wants to hear the call to the sign, I pray that y'all think about donating. And we can watch the financials, man. I'm not trying to hide nothing. This ain't a 501(c)(3). I'm trying to set up with the, you know what? And so they don't try to tax us. We probably should set up a 501(c). But honestly, I don't even care about the tax man. All the money we get, man, we putting it straight into the kingdom, man. And we bailing on Babylon. We're bailing, BAILING. We're not balling. We're not BAAL. No, we're not rocking with him no more. We're cutting him out of the situation. We're getting rid of Babylon. Everything that you've ever purchased with Babylonian energy attached to it, with Baal attached to it, with Hashatan, the goat, The Mendes or whatever you see them worshiping all the time. The hermaphrodite that you see them worshiping all the time. The rainbows that you see them worshiping all the time. The mystics, the pagans. You got to get rid of their money and exchange it to do good. If you have their money and any assets that are attached to their money, I feel personally that that's going to be a sign of the beast attached to you when it comes down to Judgment Day. I truly do feel that. Why else would Yahushua tell us in Matthew, if we want to be perfect, if we want to come into everlasting life, somebody will pull up the verse, sell everything that you have and follow after him and give to the poor and needy. Why would it be there if it's a lie? The better question is, why don't you feel obligated that you should do that? Probably because you're in darkness. Probably because you're not walking in the true light. You truly don't see all these people over in Nigeria suffering. You ignore them. You put them in darkness. You're in darkness. You put your shades on. You're turning off the light to them, crying out. You're turning off the light for those being enslaved in Libya. Not only did your ancestors not do it or have to go through it in America and in the Americas and in the Caribbean, now we're seeing them do it again in the land where they did it from the get-go, from where the Bible originated from the get-go, and where it started at, in Africa. It's happening again in Libya. Look what's happening in Sudan. They're being exterminated. Our children are being, family, sons and daughters, they're being exterminated all over. You're seeing it happen right in front of your face. You're watching a part of Revelation happen right in front of your face. The next part of that prophecy in Daniel 7, he already tricked us out of our time. The great falling away, a lot of people don't know this, was actually a lot of those who went into captivity, leaving their spirituality and just coming into the world. How many of us now go to church as much as our grandparents did? You know, a lot of us, and I'm talking to certain nations of Yah'Sharahla, a lot of us, literally grew up in the church, man. Grandma, everybody knows Sunday dinner, all that. Don't none of us do that no more. Grandma or great grandma had a garden in the yard. Don't none of us have that going on no more. We are lost. We are in darkness. I'm calling us back, Yah'Sharahla. This is the sign being put up from the assembly of Jesse. I pray that this word has come to you in clarity, in peace, in love. I hope it's been received with love. I pray that if this word wasn't for you, that Yahushua will intercede and talk to the Father and ask that this message not even come to you, because there's going to be a veil put on people in darkness anyway. I can pull these verses up right now while I still got a little bit of battery. What is darkness? Why is there darkness? Lack of knowledge, we already know. They're exchanging good for evil. Hey, more so over. Also, I gave them my Sabbaths to be a sign. You remember we had these 3 signs back in Genesis 1:14? We had a sign. One of them was a Sabbath day. We don't have them right. We're not even worshiping in the daylight. To be a sign between me and them, that they might know that I am Yahuah, that sanctify them. But the house of Yah'Sharahla rebelled. I'm in Ezekiel 20, verse 13. They rebelled against me in the wilderness. They walked not in my statutes, and they despised my judgments, which if a man do, he shall even live in them. You would live, you would have your life if you follow his law, statutes, and commandments. But because you don't, and you polluted and brought to naught his name and his way, we're going to see what happens. And my Sabbaths they greatly polluted. Then I said, I would pour out my fury upon them to consume them. You don't think it's going to happen again? We already see that it happens again, man. If you're going to be blind to the whole thing, man, you think you doing it right, and you can't be the one that is in error, good luck. Ezekiel 22:26. Her priests have violated my law, her being Yah'Sharahla, Israel, and have profaned my holy things. They have put no difference between the holy and the profane. What's holy and what's profane? Light was good, dark, bad, evil, darkness, night. You haven't put no difference between the holy and profane. Neither have they showed difference between the unclean and the clean. Because, hey, you're celebrating the Sabbath wrong. You're doing it. Come on, man. Y'all don't see it. Those who do, those are the sheep. Those are my sheep. We're sheep together. And have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths. So for people like me coming out and giving you the light, they're putting their shades on. They're hiding it. No, I'm not going to see this. I want to believe the lie. I want to believe Daniel 7:25, the enemy who thought to change the times. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to believe the leaders that he put in place, taught by Babylon, installed by Freemasons, OneWest camps and Freemasonic orders, who all worship, who all read the Bible, learn about that Masonic Bible. They have to learn the Bible. Also, they can twist the word and use it against you to boost themselves up and become your leaders. That's the secret of Freemasonry. That's the big secret of Freemasonry. They know the word and use the word against you. They know that you aren't paying attention to the three witnesses at the beginning of the word. They know that you're going to be illiterate and can't read and differentiate from what you're being told from your pastors and leaders. You look at somebody who sits up on the pulpit, someone who looks up and sits high. You look up at Nimrod. You look up at the beast. You look up at the idol that they set up in front of you, and you worship him, Yah'Sharahla. You think the AntiChrist is Trump with his gold statue. You got a gold statue with that person you tap in with every Sabbath day at sundown. You got an idol with that person you go and make sure you worship at their congregation on Sunday. That's not on the Sabbath day. We got to check ourselves. Verse 26, neither have they showed difference between the unclean and the clean, and have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths, and I am profaned among them. Her princes in the midst thereof are like wolves, ravening the prey. How many brothers in the word do you know using the word to put sisters down, to control the women? Ravening wolves. Those are supposed to be the princes. They're princes because they know the word very well. They know it. And they know it so well, and they're in darkness so bad that just like the serpent that was in the garden talking to Eve, they twist the word to make you feel like you have to be a second wife, make you feel like you have to shut up all the time and always obey what they say. Now, I don't want to put that out there the way that it's just sounded. It's a whole nother discussion. I don't want to get into it. My mind's focused on this right now. But you know that there's a lot of men in the truth that use the word as a weapon. You know it. Every time you disagree with a pastor or a congregation, they say you're in contention, you're in strife. You know, they use the word to battle you. All these people that we see getting on these TikToks and battling each other. They're ravening wolves. Ravening the prey to shed blood and to destroy souls, to get dishonest gain. 2 Peter 2. They're putting fear in you. They're installing fear in you, not giving you the answer to your salvation. They're keeping you in a true fear where you're looking for the next word, trying to figure out about the last days, trying to figure out what should we do? Where should we go? You don't know that there's going to be a sign coming from Jesse. You don't even know what the sign looks like. If you don't know where the sign is, this is your sign. And we're going to show you the true sign, but this is the sign, because what's in the heaven manifests on earth. And you're going to find out. This is the sign coming from the assembly of Jesse. I'm calling out to all the nations. And if Yah'Sharahla wants to be ignorant, wants to be stiff-necked, I'm calling all the Gentiles, all the people who want to be grafted in, all the Christians who truly love righteousness and love And the Most High, they love everything that you read in this word, all the things that give you power and strength to move on and get up and make it through your day, of all the darkness that you see in the country right now, all the darkness you've ever seen in the country and in the world. It's gotten you up and made you continue on through the day. I'm calling those people. I'm calling people who love their neighbor. That's the only people I'm calling. All the stiff-necked people who don't, hey man, sundown to sundown is when you're supposed to worship. The dark moon's when you're supposed to worship. The law's been fulfilled and you don't have to follow the law no more. I'm not talking to y'all. If y'all are the stiff, I'm not talking to none of y'all. I am calling the humble. I'm calling those who are already cut themselves low. The ones who took themselves off the high mountain and they're wanting to be babes and children again and wanting to worship the Most High in fear and trembling as if they know nothing at all. We need to, when we get to where we're going to Jerusalem, to New Jerusalem. When we get to the land, to the promised land, we're going to start at Genesis 1. That's the type of people I'm making this call to. People who want to start at Genesis 1 again. We don't know nothing. We starting fresh blank. Genesis 1. As soon as we pull up. As soon as you sell all your stuff. As soon as you get all of Baal's money and you bring it with you, bring your riches, and you come over on a eagle with great wings called Delta, called American Airlines, called Frontier, called United, called with all the different metal eagles with wings. Once you get on those or on those ships and come over to the land that I'm going to show to you, and we're going to put up the sign. Once you have all those riches, come over, do the right thing, free the people, enriching the poor, bring the light to those in darkness. If you truly real, if you Yah'Sharahla, if you want to be grafted in, prove it. If you want salvation, prove it. You sending money over to a country that's doing amazing. They doing so amazing that they completely obliterating another country. And it's so bad that they're funding other countries to obliterate other countries. Sudan, Libya. What's going on out there, man? What's going on in Nigeria? Who's funding Boko Haram? Who's funding all these people in Democratic Republic of Congo? Who's funding all this, man? Why these people keep ending up with AKs, man? With new bullets, man? I go outside and practice shooting and I go through 2-3 clips and I'm already like hitting my pockets like, yo, these people supposedly in the poorest countries running through bullets, knocking off whole generations of people. Where they getting this money? What? I need to tap in, man. Fill up my armory. I need to sharpen my sword, man. I need to build up my spiritual armor and my physical armor. Who dropping all that ammo on the people, man? Put me down. I got some people we need to go run through. Slave and trappers, false prophets, workers of iniquity, workers of darkness. I need some of that ammo. I got some folks to take out too. But Yahuah is going to get vengeance. I ain't even worried about it. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light. Sundown to sundown worshipers, even the even Sabbath worshipers. There's only 2 Sabbaths that you worship from even to even. That's atonement and Passover. Every other day starts at, and even those days start at daylight. But you start your worship and your watch at even to even on only those 2 feast days. Every other day, you've just exchanged for evil. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. I'm in Isaiah 5:20. And light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And see, Yahuah did this now because he knew that you had a hardened heart like Pharaoh. Just like he did that to Pharaoh, because Pharaoh, he strengthened Pharaoh's heart. He didn't harden it, he strengthened it. So whatever was already in Pharaoh's heart, if you're already in darkness, you already think you a cedar or mountain, you already a capital G, you don't want to be the lower G, you don't want to be lifted up into the light, you don't want Yah to lift you up into the capital G that you're supposed to be, or if we can even get to a capital G, but you just want to, you want to make yourself a capital G. You don't want to put yourself down, man. I want to put myself so low that I ain't even on the alphabet, man. I don't even want my name to be out there, man. I done switch my name, man. I don't even want my name out there. I want to be so low. And I got so much money, man. I'm not boasting, man. I could be out here going ham, going crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy that we got these words, going ham and balling, when ham is ham and unclean, and balling, B-A-A-L, is ball. It's crazy that we got these words, man. They got us in such a sinful darkness nature, don't they, Yah'Sharahla? Isaiah 29:10. Isaiah 29:10. For Yahuah hath poured out upon us. Hold on, let me actually click on there. For Yahuah hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, because you have a hardened heart. You don't want to change your ways. You don't want to be like a child. You don't want to, cut yourself down and inherit the kingdom. So you're in a deep sleep and have closed your eyes. He's giving you your sunglasses. He's giving you your veil. There's so many verses that I have, but I just feel like this is going to be a 10-hour study if I keep going, which is looking like it is. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, hath he covered, and the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed. You don't see the words in this book. You open it, but it's sealed for you. Which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I am not learned. Wherefore the Yahuah said, for as much as the people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. Hello. Woo. The precept of men now. Men precept Genesis 1:5 with the other verses that say from evening to morning is the day. And they keep going through those verses. Those are their precepts. They don't have 2 or 3 legitimate witnesses. And that verse in Nehemiah is not a legitimate witness. We'll cut you down as soon as you bring it up. I hope you bring it up in the comments. I'm going to cut you down, boy. That was the beginning of darkness. If it's already dark, it's dark. It ain't dawn. It ain't evening. The sun ain't in the sky if it's the beginning of dark. The beginning of dark is the first time. As soon as that sun goes over that horizon and it's dark, that's the beginning of dark. Not evening when the sun's still kind of up. That's not beginning of dark. That's the ending of light, evening. Boy, y'all got. I hope y'all feeling this in y'all spirit. Therefore, behold, verse 14, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people. There's a special word right there, a marvelous work. Where do we see that at? I'm going to go back because this is going to go into another teaching that we're going to do later. I'm not going to bring it up now. We're going to go to verse 14. Let's jump down to 14. Let's click on signs, because we have lights in the firmament to divide night from day and to let them be for signs, right? And for seasons and for days and for years. Let's click on signs. Oh, therefore miraculous. For a miracle, a marvel. We'll see though. We'll see. Y'all might not see it yet, what a marvelous work is, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna put it all together for y'all. But he's gonna do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. We did see wonder over there, didn't we, for a sign? I think we did. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahuah, and their works are in the dark. You're from sundown to sundown. You in the dark. Woo. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? Because you're operating in secret. Y'all are those Freemason false pastors. I'm seeing y'all though. Surely you're turning. You want to know who sees you? Yah sees you, and I see you, because we're of the light. Those of the light see you, and that's why we separate from the congregation. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. So surely your twisting of making good bad and good evil, that should be just as perfect as what Yah created, right? Right. We gonna see. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him, that framed me? Or that framed it? He had no understanding. That means you're questioning the Most High. You're saying, Yah, you did this? No, this is what I'm going to do. I ain't going to trust your time that you established in Genesis 1:14. I'm going to establish my own time, my own doctrine of men that's taught by precept, by my own precept, my own serpent tongue. I'm going to go by my own time in Genesis 1:5. All right then, man. He had no understanding. He's in darkness. He's a worker of iniquity. It is not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful field shall be esteemed as a forest. The land's about to come back now. And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. I hope that this light is shining to y'all and pulling y'all out of the darkness, man. I hope this light is shining, y'all. I pray that my light is shining. You know, we need light down here, y'all. The meek also shall increase their joy in Yahuah, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Yah'Sharahla. So the sheep are going to see the light. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. Woo! Hey, for the terrible one, all his plans is cut off as soon as you see the truth of the light. Just those two truths of knowing the truth of what day is, daylight, knowing how to discern verses 5 in Genesis 1 and verse 14, and knowing what those three signs are and knowing how to see them throughout scripture. You just brought the enemy to naught. You have allowed him, his very last plan, to change the signs and the times and the seasons. You just killed his whole play. And then additionally, the scorners consumed, your false prophets, those that hear you professing this truth and they just, hardened heart, stiff neck, calling you crazy. Those who say the law's done away with, saying you don't know what you're talking about. This verse right here says, just faith in Yahushua is all you need. Call upon his name is all you need. Call upon Jesus, that's all you need. And you're saved, that's it. They cherry pick verses. They don't look at everything else that's required in the word. They don't look at calling upon his name in faith requires you to actually follow his walk. And his walk is the Torah, because he is the word, the Torah manifested, the light brought down to the earth to be manifested amongst us. So if you aren't following the Torah, which is the Old Testament, you're not following Yahushua, which you're not being faithful. You're calling on in hypocrite, in hypocrisy. Oh my Father, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Forgive them, forgive them. Shout out to the Queen, daughter of Zion. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. Somebody who's trying to reprove you, chasten you. They said strive earlier in another verse we read. You're making me an offender because I bring you the truth. Does that make me your enemy? You make me your enemy. You lay a snare for me, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. You turn down the beauty of the Most High, the truth of the Most High, to go back to darkness of Babylon. Therefore, thus saith Yahuah, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. But when he seeth his children, the work of mine hands in the midst of him, they shall sanctify his name, which I am trying to do, y'all. And sanctify the Holy One of Yaakov, and shall fear Yahuah Yah'Sharahla, which I do fear. They also that eared in spirit shall come to understanding. I pray y'all come. I'm praying. Because, man, we going to have a party on that first day when we back in the land. I promise we going to have a party. Woo, we going to turn up. It's going to be lit on that first day when we get back into Zion. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine. This is the sign from the root of Jesse, assembly of Jesse. Putting up the sign right in your face right now, but we're going to put the sign up in other places as well. And we pray, we call all nations, all who love truth, all who love peace, all who love righteousness, all who hate contention, strife, idolatry, darkness, all who hate liars, thieves, adulterers, all who hate those who bring the Most High's name to naught, all who hate covetousness, lasciviousness, all the workers of iniquity that we don't like them. I'm calling y'all. We need to make a love camp, a love city, a love country of just love. Y'all's wanting to bring the love, center for love. We bring our love to the center where Yah wants us to be, where he wants his holy mountain at, and he's going to protect that circle of love, that circle of light. Yah's going to see his light, and he's going to know it's him, and he's not going to hurt his light. His light's going to shine just like his light, and it's not going to be burned like all those around who are not welcomed into the land. I'm putting up the sign, man. If y'all want to join, follow me. I'm following Yahushua, which is the word, which is the light, which is my lamp. I have many lamps around here, many Bibles. I know y'all who are really in the truth, y'all got many Bibles. Hey, we need to write it on our hearts and write it on our minds, because there's going to be a day where that's, the ruler of the world who has the power over the air, he's going to take away these little devices we have. He may, look for those who have the book in our hands, and he's going to try to, burn the book and cut our heads off. But I just I want you to be able to be prudent and see evil coming and to prepare, okay? There's so many more verses I could go over, and we're going to have more studies. We're going to get into Enoch. We're going to get into the signs. We're going to find out, why that moon's a full moon. Is a full moon is a new moon. Sorry. We're going to find out why that full moon is a new moon. We're going to look at the different signs that we have written in the stars that we're supposed to be looking up and keeping watch for. You don't even know how to discern revelation. I mean, you can kind of discern what's going on. Things look crazy. You're looking at earthquakes and this and that going on. You're looking at it, but you don't really know where we're at in Revelation. You're trying, but you don't know the signs in the heaven that tells you where we're at. They already tell you. And you wouldn't have to guess. You wouldn't have to search for the next video on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. You won't need to have an attachment to Babylon anymore if you knew what to be looking for yourself. But we erred from the old ways that we were supposed to keep. Our chiefs did, our leaders did. They stopped looking at the sky. Y'all started looking at a calendar that y'all were given. The Roman calendar, y'all, the lunar calendar, whatever calendar y'all started looking at. I'm looking at it too, man. Hey, I'm on a messed up Roman calendar too. 365 days. When it's truly supposed to be a 364 day. Man, Yah'Sharahla. I pray y'all are hearing it. I pray y'all are seeing it, man. I'm just trying to pour out some light. Let's see what else we got. Who operates in darkness? For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. What are principalities? For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahuah, which is in Hamashiach Yahushua, our Adon, or our master. Okay, we see what you're talking about over there, Paul. But what is a principality? Let's click on it. Go to the Strongs. A principality is the beginning, the person or the thing that commences, first person or thing in a series. The leader. You think you're struggling only against spiritual powers. A lot of people discount the physical. The leader. Man, I hope this is resonating with you, Yah'Sharahla. I hope the truth is setting you free, Yah'Sharahla. That's all I can do. People don't listen to me, man. I hope you're listening to the word. You ain't got to listen to me. Listen to the word, because that's all I'm doing is reading the word. But against principalities, leaders, false teachers, 2 Peter 2, read all through scripture about false prophets. Yes, you are more than likely, 99% more than likely being led by a false prophet. It's a high chance. The word tells us so. Against powers. Who knows what powers are? Power of choice, liberty of doing as one pleases. Oh, y'all know what that is. Do as thou wilt. That's Hasatan all day. That's Jay-Z teaching us all that. So we're wrestling against them, the leaders, the do as thou wilt, and against the rulers of darkness of this world. Who are the rulers of darkness? Those are those who are under the spell of Baal, under the spell of Babylon, teaching us that we should be worshiping from sundown to sundown, teaching us that the first new moon that Yah created on the first day as a great light to rule over the whole night was a sliver, first slightly visible, whatever, crescent moon. Yah'Sharahla, this, come on now. I don't like to call people names, man, but this is just ignorant. This is a whole nother level of ignorance. And the enemy of Esau used to always call us low IQ, man, and I just hate to see it actually be manifest. But I know y'all aren't low IQ because y'all have the spirit of Yah in you. Y'all have the truth of the light in you. And you have the truth of the word in you. My phone's about to die, man. I was trying to make this quick. It was supposed to be a little 5-minute little quick video for y'all because Yah'Sharahla is so stiff-necked and they need to go through and scroll through so fast, man. I'm messing up. The word is so real. And against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. This spiritual wickedness is operating in the flesh and the blood. But yeah, we're not wrestling against flesh and blood, Yah'Sharahla. We're wrestling against these spiritual powers working through these entities, through the flesh and blood. Working through our rulers, working through these people who profess, do as thou wilt. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahuah, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. You know the spiritual armor. Keep reading that for the spiritual armor. Put it on. Gird your loins. Breastplate of righteousness. You already know. Come on, man. I'm keeping my crown on. I don't know if everybody gonna have one of these. I'll give some crowns to some people. People that exhibit that they are true kings of the kingdom. True judges of righteousness, truly in the light. I'm gonna put some crowns on some people's heads, and Yahuah is gonna put some crowns on some people's heads. But I'll attest for you to get a crown. You dig what I'm saying? I got a crown. I got a physical crown, but I also have a spiritual crown. So even if this is removed, I still have a crown. Even with this off, I still have a crown. All praises to the Most High. For my type of information, I consider myself the high priest in my circle. So I'm keeping my head wrap on. I'm keeping my mitre on, if you know, or mitri, however you want to say the word, my turban. And I'm keeping my crown on. Yahuah knows, you know, if I'm the high priest. And when the high priest arrives around me, the true high priest, I'm bowing. I'm falling on the floor. Yeah, I ain't about to puff myself up when he returns in the sky. No, sir. I ain't going to be like y'all. All praises, man. Shalom to everybody. I love y'all. Peace and blessings. It's the return of Yahushua. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. It's the return of Yahushua.